target individuals, perps that watch my videos too, and anyone else who's probably basically interested in the phenomenon of targeted individuals, electronic harassment, and the use of frequencies to manipulate a person's body and mind, and also the use of directed energy weapons. This is Target Individual CJBK, also known as Chris James. So today I woke up to a new tactic that they're using basically. The perps are now attacking my solar plexus. Solar plexus being a part of the your breathing apparatus when it comes to energy, life force, things of that sort. So I've also come across this recent study. Actually, is a matter of fact, you can probably look it up online. The patent and the well, it's not even just it's not even a patent. It's an actual study that was done that uses basically Wi-Fi communication through millimeter waves to basically monitor the health of, at least in the study was for the elderly who, live alone. Now, I'm not going to be able to explain the knickknacks to it. You can basically look it up yourselves. It's basically called the remote monitoring care using millimeter wave for the elderly, consisting of Wi-Fi communications. Now, the way they describe it, a modulator or some type of pulsed frequency, some type of device which basically pulses which a device that pulsates frequencies, right? The frequencies are then emitted and they basically bounce off of, or they detect an object of, it could be a thing or a person. Now, us human beings being, walking receivers or antennas, when that frequency is bounced off of, let's say, a Wi-Fi router or a cell phone tower, and remember, I've shown you examples of these unknown carrier cell phone towers that could be in your area. If you go back a few videos and you see, it's the one with the purple image and it looked like, long white sticks, and then you see these little squares transmitting. That is what, like, the architecture of radio is showing examples of when it comes to cell phone towers, satellites, and Wi-Fi routers. But the little things that you see being shot across the screen all over the place, that's actual data or frequencies being, moved around, right? So when this device emits a frequency, a pulsed set of magnetic waves, and then our body, receives that same frequency, it bounces off of us, or better yet, our brain, it takes in, it encodes that frequency that was transmitted in our direction, and then we basically echo back that same frequency. Then what happens after that, the frequency that they were, emitting to us, it's also carrying another frequency with that same frequency. So, probably like something like they call it a double wideband frequency, right? And so what they're doing now is, because my techniques in trying to rid myself of, the toxins, learning how to, basically manage the directed energy and to even at times block it to a degree. Um, they've increased to a point where now they want to attack my solar plexus. And because they can't get me to stay sick, because they tried to induce me with a sickness, but I've learned through the bathing in a bathtub full of shungite stones, and then listening to a detox extraction combination of 0.52 and 0.55 frequencies together. I was able to revitalize myself and also pull out whatever unnecessary things doesn't need to be in my body. And then since I started to try to slowly work my mother into understanding this stuff, because they're attacking her too. They When I woke up this morning, I was kind of surprised. I was like, "Oh, no dream manipulation." Then, but for whatever the weirdest thing is, it's like this small, like it's basically about this small, and it's hitting me right here, nowhere else but right here on my solar plexus. This is the exact spot where if you had a what is it, yellow jasper, is it yellow jasper stone? I think it's a yellow jasper stone. If you have a yellow jasper stone, which is for cleansing your solar plexus, you would place it in that exact spot. If you don't know about your chakras, you have at least 7 known chakras. You got, one that's like above the head, that's the crown. Then you have, that's like, let me see, 2, or I think, let me see, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so there's about 7 chakras. You got your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and then root. They're basically attacking our life force. They're attacking our energy, our God-given light energy. And what they want to do is they want to continue their experiments on us using frequencies, and it's not necessarily mind control, but it's mind manipulation, because you can still control yourself. They can't take free will away from you, but what they can do is create a number of different stimulations in your brain to make you feel like you want to do something that you actually don't want to do, or you never really thought to actually do. But when they have the ability to manipulate, emotions and thoughts, and the fact that once your brain is already, oh, right. So once your brain has taken in their frequency, and then it echoes that same frequency back, they create like a heterodyne locking on you, right? So now, once you're locked in, they then take your, they take the frequency that came from you, decode it through a brain computer interface, and then upload you into a cloud. Once you're in the cloud, it's pretty much set and done. They basically would have you, for as long as this cloud is operational and their servers are operational, they will know where you are at every waking moment of your life, until you actually find a means of how to either completely reverse your polarity. And I've seen someone mention doing this by creating a helmet where they basically took like a hard hat helmet and then placed a lot of magnets, like several pairs of magnets, but repelling each other, all around the helmet, and that reversed at least the neurological, electromagnetic field. It reversed the polarity that way. Then there's, if you can find a way to actually block the light energy that they're using, so that you can gain some relief away from their manipulation. That works too. I haven't gotten to the part where, as you can see, I haven't gotten to the phase of my life where I'm trying to, you know, create a whole Faraday cage. I'm like, it's probably very effective, but I don't see myself going that extent yet. Maybe when I get my own place again, maybe I might go that full extent, but I don't know. At the moment now, I'm just basically, disclosing what they're doing to me and what they're doing to other people. I was supposed to go and meet up with some other TIs here in New York City so we can discuss starting a not-for-profit and trying to find ways to see if we can get financial means to see if we can gather research resources, and people, so then we can really like put the nail in the coffin with this, because I know by myself I've learned so much about this technology just through due diligence, studying, researching, and simply asking God to guide me through this information. And for the most part, I'm doing, I would say I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. But yeah, so now they're attacking my solar plexus. I'm gonna have to do some research to see what happens when your solar plexus is out of sync, because I need to watch for those telltale signs. But I think for the most part, what I'm gonna do right now is, I'm gonna go and try to take care of my mom, as they're trying to, destroy her immune system using directed energy and overloading her nervous system. And yeah, so just wanted to put that out there and really tell you guys, look, bathing with healing crystals and playing that detox extraction, that toxin extraction frequency sequence, it works. Remember, I use the Brain EQ app for iPhone, and I click on like basically the noise tab. Well, if you can download a frequency generator that will play the point spectrum, like the 0 point spectrum, it's 0.52, and then you get another module and you put in 0.55, but you play them both at the same time. It'll sound like waves sweeping across like it'll sound like waves, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Now, and then the other thing I realized is, as you're paying attention, you definitely want to close your eyes while you're, in the tub and you're listening to this. Make sure the lights are off too, because you already have enough electricity bombarding you. You don't need them using the fluorescent light as well, or whatever the the energy source from your light bulb to try to shoot extra light energy at you. So yeah, as I'm listening to the sounds, right, I could feel my pineal gland kind of going like this, just shifting left to right, left to right. So I'm like, maybe it is pulling out any toxins, or maybe the chemtrails, metal things, all kinds of nanotechnology, all this stuff. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get that off and let y'all know I'm still here. I'm still here, still not arrested, still not dead. All right? Remember, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.